Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Checking in now with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl, who has a look at our early morning forecast. Unfortunately, Bill, our wintry spring is continuing, isn't it?
Yeah, you wondered with how mild it was for February and the first half of March if we were going to have payback time, and it seems that is exactly what's happening right now with the snow and the rain yesterday. Very similar day in store for today, and then snow showers tonight and tomorrow. Windy as well. First of all, check the high temperatures yesterday, and only in the 40s for most. In fact, most spots between about 40 and 45. An exception was Boscobel at 48. You can see some light precipitation falling in downtown La Crosse with the wet streets and sidewalks and parking lots. Watch for some slick spots, although roads are mainly wet. We had 0.25 inches of rainfall yesterday. It's now been updated to 0.31 inches of liquid. So that's the silver lining in this cruddy weather, is we're getting more much needed moisture. And you can see it was dry for much of the overnight, but those rain and snow showers have developed back into the area from the north and west, and that trend will continue today. Current temperatures in the 30s, ranging from 32 in Viroqua to 35 in La Crosse, 37 in Eau Claire and Prairie du Chien. Snow showers or a rain-snow mix at times with a blustery breeze. Temperatures really not moving much with a high of 37. I'll have many more details with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, we will see you then. Thank you. Time now for the stories making headlines this morning. April is ushering not just heavy showers, but also severe storms across much of the country. This morning, millions of Americans under flash flood, tornado, and severe storm watches, while some parts of the northern U.S. are preparing for snow. Jared Hill has more for us from New York.
As millions of Americans are trying to get into the swing of spring, folks in the upper Midwest and New England are bracing for snow.
That groundhog lied to us. I'm very upset. It is April. Why is there snow coming?
Massachusetts hardware store owner Jack Bernard says the April snow forecast is bad for business.
Obviously, we want to get all the spring stuff out on the floor and start selling it and put this stuff away, but we can't.
Rare early spring snow blanketed parts of New Mexico yesterday.
Golf ball size.
While powerful thunderstorms brought hail that pummeled parts of Texas and the southern plains, dark, ominous clouds lined the skies in Kansas and Oklahoma, where storms caused extensive damage in parts of Osage County. Strong winds and heavy rain also whipped through Illinois and Missouri, flooding streets. As the northern U.S. braces for snow, severe storms and flash floods are also forecast for the mid-Atlantic. Officials in Maryland are warning the weather could make the difficult task of clearing the Key Bridge in Baltimore even more complicated. But they're prepared.
We've taken some precautions, put out 4 anchors on the stern of the vessel to make sure that it's not going to move.
Meanwhile, cleanup continues out west in Big Sur, California, after weekend storms caused a big chunk of Highway 1 to collapse.
The National Weather Service also warns parts of southern and western Texas are under a fire weather threat due to low humidity and windy conditions. A Coon Valley man arrested on drug charges will spend 11.5 years in federal prison and 5 years on supervised release. That sentencing was handed down yesterday. In June, 33-year-old Stanley Holt was charged with maintaining a drug house and conspiring to distribute methamphetamine and fentanyl. During their investigation, police say they found more than 5 pounds of meth and 31.3 grams of fentanyl. The state's charges were dropped after Holt was indicted in federal court in August. And 2 men are in custody this morning after a reported shooting in Winona. Police say the men, one identified as Jaden Michael Jesse, started to fight. Jesse walked away through the crowd and was handed what police officers believe was a gun by a man later identified as Daryl Walker. Jesse then allegedly pointed the gun at the man he was fighting with, who ran away. Jesse now facing 3 charges, including second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. Walker facing charges of aiding and abetting second-degree assault, along with other charges. Voters in the DeSoto Area School District have an important question to answer today. Will their district get an extra $1.2 million per year above its revenue limit for the next 4 years? The referendum, one of many that districts across the area will be asking for, and it comes at a pivotal time, not just for the school board, but for parents, as News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall explains.
As voters in DeSoto head to the polls tomorrow, they'll decide if the DeSoto area schools gets a $1.2 million referendum per year for the next 4 years to help maintain existing programming. This is the first time since 2003 an operational referendum is on the ballot. It follows a difficult year for the district and parents.
I know there's some things that are going on right now, and we'll hopefully get it all straightened out.
It's a simple yes or no question. Shall the DeSoto Area School District be authorized to exceed its revenue limit by $1.2 million per year over the next 4 years? Unfortunately, it's not a simple answer. Dean Peterson doesn't like the tax bill that comes with it.
I don't really think it's going to go through because that's going to be a lot of taxes. The taxes are going to raise quite a bit, I think, with that. I think if they could lower that or figure out another way to fix the problem they have.
The referendum comes as enrollment declines, inflation increases, and state aid has stagnated. Back in February, the district faced off with parents after voting not to renew Stoddard Elementary School principal Derek Folseng's employment contract. Shortly afterward, Superintendent Lindsay Groning announced her retirement. Despite the difficult press the district's received in the last few months, Carrie Brudos is confident voting for the referendum.
I'm very confident in my vote tomorrow, and I know how I'm going to vote. I trust the school knows what they're doing, and they'll make the right decisions.
According to Superintendent Lindsay Groning, if the referendum fails, we'll have to look at expenditures, prioritize state and federal mandates, and look at whether to replace staff and cut programs. In Stoddard, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
And polls will open now in less than an hour. They're open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Make sure you bring an acceptable photo ID with you to your polling place. You'll also need proof of residence. Your photo ID can fill that requirement if it has your current address on it. Once you sign the poll book, you'll receive your ballot and you can cast your vote. If you forgot to register to vote, it's okay. You can register today at your polling place. If you have any questions about how to cast your vote or you need to find your polling place or ward number, you can head to myvote.wi.gov. Results are in for this year's Best of La Crosse County Awards. In the Home and Garden category, River Valley Remodelers is the winner for the best remodeling. The Board Store coming in second, and Roy Black Construction is the runner-up in that category. For Best Cleaning Service, Clean-tastic took home first prize. Second place goes to Made You Look Cleaning LLC, and the runner-up is Serene Clean. Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning is first place in Best Heating and Air Services sales. G&T Heating and Air Conditioning is in second place, and Bagnefeski Heating and Air Conditioning is the runner-up. And finally, Natty West is the winner for Best Home Decor. Second place goes to Treehouse Gift and Home, and the runner-up is Practically Posh. For a complete list of winners in every category, you can head to bestoflacrossecounty.com. The time now is 6:07. Still to come on your morning news, the digital technology company behind former President Donald Trump's social media platform Truth Social, releasing how much money it lost last year. We'll break down those numbers for you in just a bit. And stubborn inflation numbers have kept the Federal Reserve from cutting interest rates so far this year. We'll take a look at when you can expect those rates to finally come down and what to expect when they do. That and more coming up later this morning. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. It's peanut butter jelly time. Today is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. There's no better combination than a creamy or crunchy peanut butter with some jelly of your preferred flavor. The first known recipe for a PB&J sandwich was in a Boston cooking magazine all the way back in 1901. That predates sliced bread. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Get an 11% rebate on Minwax products from Menards. Protect your projects with a top coat finish. Fast-drying polyurethane provides long-lasting protection for all types of wood surfaces. A quart is on sale for $14.48 plus 11% rebate. Minwax polyacrylic is a fast-drying, water-based protective wood finish that adds beauty to woodwork, furniture, doors, and cabinets. A quart is on sale for $20.78 plus 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Join the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra for the Ultimate Movie Night, Saturday, April 6th, sponsored by ISG. Get your tickets now at lacrossesymphony.org.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
Welcome back, everyone. A good Tuesday morning, too. It is 6:11. Here's your schoolcast. When you get the little ones ready for their day, make sure they're prepared much like they were yesterday for the rain and the snow and chilly temperatures as well. We're at 35 degrees right now, and temperatures really aren't going to move much. Kind of remain steady between about 34 and 37 degrees through the day. I think a lot of us were looking out the window yesterday, just like Georgia is here, kind of wondering what's the deal with the weather. It's April, it's supposed to be spring, but Georgia, you may have to wait for another day to walk with Kathy unless you don't mind the rain and snow showers that will be prevalent again across the region for today. But very cute shot of Georgia, which is a Great Dane, by the way. Those are lovely and large dogs for sure. All right, some wet weather has moved back into the La Crosse area in the form of rain and snow showers. You can see the streets, parking lots, and sidewalks are all wet. We'll see those snow showers or a rain-snow mix at times today. And then tonight and tomorrow, I've got an alert day due to snow and windy conditions and milder temperatures in store by the end of the week and into the weekend. Highs back in the 50s, so light at the end of the tunnel. But you can see that precipitation kind of building back across the area from northwest to southeast, and temperatures ranging from 32 to 38 degrees across the area. And again, they're not going to move much. Highs in La Crosse around 37, kind of a blustery breeze today as well. I'll talk more about those snow chances and how much we can expect with my 8-day forecast coming up in about 3.5 minutes.
In your morning consumer news, if you've got kids in college, you'll want to listen to this. There is another problem with federal financial aid forms that could further delay student aid awards. According to the Department of Education, some colleges received the wrong information about some families' finances. Administrators are blaming the mix-up on what they call inaccurate tax data from the IRS. The problem reportedly impacts about 1 million applicants. The delays leaving some students in limbo as they try to decide where they should enroll. Students typically receive information from colleges in March about how much financial help they'll receive, but many still waiting to get that information. Trump Media and Technology Group disclosing it lost more than $58 million last year. Monday's regulatory filing also shows the company only generated $4.1 million in revenue in 2023. The Truth Social owner had a profit of more than $50 million and generated over $1 million in revenue the previous year. Trump media's accountants warned in the filing they may not be able to stay in business. Shares of the company, which went public last week, tumbled more than 15% yesterday following the news. California fast food workers are now earning $20 an hour thanks to a new law that went into effect yesterday. In response, many restaurant owners are already passing that cost increase on to consumers by raising prices on their menus. Some franchise owners have cut workers' hours. California's law also created a fast food council in the state, first of its kind in this country. It'll oversee future wage increases and address fair working conditions, among other things. For anyone with big loans, paying off credit cards, or financing a car or a home, there's one question that looms large. When will these interest rates come down? New numbers watched closely by the Fed show we may be waiting for a few more months, unfortunately. Mike Valerio explains what experts say we should know as we wait for borrowing costs to get a little easier on our wallets.
The magic number the Federal Reserve wants for inflation is 2%, so prices stay stable and household budgets don't take a beating. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says that level is about where he'd be more comfortable cutting interest rates. New numbers out Friday from the Commerce Department show a key measure of inflation for the 12 months ending in February came in at 2.5%. In January, it was 2.4%.
These inflation numbers, it means the Federal Reserve is not going to be in a hurry to cut interest rates.
Greg McBride, chief financial analyst at Bankrate, says a rate cut is still months away, possibly in June. And when one eventually happens, do not expect borrowing costs to tumble.
If you have your money in a high yield savings account, you're still earning 4.5%, 5% or even more. And when those interest rates come down, yes, they'll come down a bit, but you're still going to be earning well ahead of inflation.
McBride's advice, pay down debt as aggressively as possible. Take advantage of 0% and other low-rate balance transfer options. And a continued bright spot, even as rates slowly come down, our savings accounts.
Interest rates took the elevator going up. They increased very dramatically over the last 2 years. But they're going to take the stairs coming down. Interest rates are going to come down slowly, even once the Fed starts to cut rates. And so lower rates are not going to bail you out if you've got large credit card debt or you've got other high cost debts.
That wraps up your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:16. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at today's forecast. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Alexandra. We are in payback time, if you will. Remember how warm it was in February and the first half of March? And now that it's April, I guess Mother Nature is making up for lost wintry time, so to speak. In fact, a live look through CityCam, we've got some light precipitation falling in the form of rain and snow. Streets are wet, sidewalks are wet, parking lots are wet. Watch for some slick spots, though, especially across the higher terrain. And in any locations where those temperatures are a little bit closer to freezing, it's 35 at the airport and downtown. Winds out of the north at 8, making it feel like 29. 38 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire. Feels like 33 with that north to northeast breeze at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So temperature is quite mild where they're having the severe weather and heavy rain over the Ohio Valley, but we are firmly entrenched on the wintry side of this frontal boundary with temperatures in the 30s, 38 in Eau Claire and Boscobel, the warm spots, 35 in La Crosse, 32 in Viroqua, and 34 in Black River Falls. Winds out of the northeast at 5 to 15. They could gust to 25 miles per hour today. In the meantime, wind chill factors in the 20s in many spots. So that rain and snow took a break overnight, but it has now developed back into many areas, including La Crosse with kind of that mix currently, and then some snow showers to the north and to the west. And what's happening, kind of a squeeze play here. We've got a little boundary to the north and west, but more importantly, this low over northern Missouri is going to track into the central Great Lakes and then just kind of stall and even retrograde back to the west a little bit and throw more moisture into the cold air that's already in place. So SkyTracker will show that. Today, periods of snow showers or a rain-snow mix, and watch tonight and tomorrow as that snow kind of expands across the Badger State and even pushes back to the west into parts of southeastern Minnesota and eastern parts of Iowa as that low just kind of sits and spins over the eastern shores of Lake Michigan, and then that snow finally starts to lessen in intensity late tomorrow into tomorrow night, but still some wraparound cloud cover tomorrow night and into the day on Thursday. Now, a winter weather advisory in play for tonight into tomorrow morning for Clark, Jackson, Monroe, Vernon, Richland counties, also Juneau and Adams. Those areas could see 2 to 6 inches of snowfall, about a trace to maybe 1 to 3 inches elsewhere in the gray shaded counties. Lower totals as you head to the west, and it's going to be windy tonight and tomorrow as well, and that will just kind of add to the wintry travel conditions. Now, temperatures today not moving much from where we're at right now. We'll see high temperatures generally between about 34 and 39 degrees, right around 37 in La Crosse, so fairly steady temps through much of the day. And then lows tonight right around that freezing mark, so roads could become slushy or snow covered in spots and slick, so keep that in mind for tonight and into that Wednesday morning commute, with many spots seeing overnight lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s. So my forecast for today: cloudy, breezy, and cold with snow showers or a rain-snow mix. 37 is all in La Crosse. Alert night tonight due to the periods of snow and increasing winds as well. They could gust to 35 miles per hour tonight, over 40, even 45 miles per hour in spots tomorrow, with snow showers continuing, a high of 37. Still breezy Thursday, but dry. Plenty of clouds, 44. 50s return Friday and through the weekend. Maybe some later day rain showers on Sunday and into Sunday night. Chance of showers Monday. We'll have to watch that because that could impact the viewing of the solar eclipse with a chance of showers, maybe some cloud cover as well. And then back in the low to mid 60s next Tuesday and Wednesday, and that will feel really, really nice. But be prepared for the wintry conditions today, tonight, and tomorrow. Alexandra?
Coming up in sports, all eyes were on the women's college basketball world. LSU versus Iowa in a rematch of last year's national championship. This time it was for a spot in the Final Four. We've got those highlights coming up in the Morning Blitz.
When we at Riverbank made our new youth savings account, we wanted to learn more about how kids thought about money. So we went right to the source. Our first question was, how much money do your parents spend in a year?
$16. Okay. 25. More than 100. 105. 3,000. A lot.
Riverbank, local banking made simple.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it is showing some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order.
Scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Journey Lutheran Church Concert Series presents the Beatles Tribute, featuring Dan Zabronic, Hans Meyer, Jeff Cozy, and John Allen. Saturday, April 6th at Journey Lutheran Church in Onalaska. Admission is free with a donation. The UWL Department of Theater and Dance proudly presents James of the Giant Peach, April 5th through the 14th at the Toland Theater in the Lowell Center for the Arts, UWL campus.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
We have people, in their 70s in our classes right now.
Friday on News 8 Now This Morning, we take an up-close look at the Mellow Martial Arts class and find out why it's more than just self-defense.
You're not too old to do what you love.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Have a couple of high school baseball games yesterday afternoon, but Mother Nature had other plans. So instead, we'll shift our attention to the Brewers, coming off of a big weekend in New York, Milwaukee, looking like a team that can compete. I know we're just 3 games in, but 11 different Brewers picked up a hit over the 3-game series, with William Contreras, Bryce Terang, Christian Yelich, and Jackson Chourio all recording 5 hits. As for the pitching, for the most part, things were steady as they gave up just 8 runs across the 3 games. but we'll know more after the next 2 games when we see the bottom of that rotation. Home opener for the Brewers set for tonight at 3:10 against the Minnesota Twins. Jacob June is set to take the mound in his first game for the Brewers. The righty started just 4 games last season for the Giants, but now the Brewers will call on him to eat some innings. Cubs making their home opener yesterday with the big offseason Japanese signing in Shota Imanaga, and he was stellar in his MLB debut. A big swing and a miss for a strikeout in the second. Next batter, another off-speed down low, and another K. Then in the next inning, this time a fastball inside. 9 Ks, just 2 hits in his debut. And for the Cubs offense, but they got a little help. Christopher Morel lines one out to left, and this ball is going to somehow get past the defense. 2 runs come in to score, and then the throw is going to get away from the defense. Morel is going to come off third. He's going to come in to score for a Little League home run. Cubs get the win 5-0. A quick check-in on the NBA. The Bucks have just 8 games remaining in the regular season, and as long as they avoid an end-of-the-season meltdown, they're likely to finish the season as a 2 seed. If all things go to plan, they'll meet with the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Milwaukee has had an up-and-down season, but there's been major progress on the defensive end with Doc Rivers joining and Patrick Beverley joining to help out. Now, unfortunately, Beverley tore a ligament in his wrist last week, but he says that's not going to stop him from getting on the court.
Contact the hand specialist said you got a torn ligament. She kind of shocked me for a minute, threw me off. Took a day, got mine right. No way I was sitting out getting surgery. I'm gonna play through it.
And he looked great over the weekend, filled in for Lillard in the starting lineup, scored 18 points, adding 5 rebounds and 5 assists despite the injury. Next up for Milwaukee, they go tonight against the Wizards, and we'll end our show with maybe the most anticipated college game of the season, Iowa versus LSU. For a spot in the Final Four, a rematch of last year's national championship, and Clark was feeling it in this one. First possession, knocks down the 3 a little bit later. How about another one? And Clark can do more than just shoot it. Drives past the defense, bucket, and the foul. Iowa with an early lead, but LSU would come out strong in the second quarter. Angel Reese goes inside. That's good for 2. This one would be tied at halftime. But in the second half, Clark would take over. Fadeaway 3, that's good. 30 seconds later, another deep 3, and she can't miss. Clark gonna do whatever it took. 41 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists as Iowa gets their revenge and are going back to the Final Four. Now, I will come clean. I am an Iowa alum, so that win meant a little bit more to me. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Buygoff and Rohde had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Buygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
Forget about scraping and painting, fretting and fixing, and enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of new siding, soffit, fascia, and gutters for your home. Seamless steel siding and vinyl siding in many colors. Enjoy outdoor living with a new deck and railing, with a pergola or patio cover for protection from rain or snow, or get protection from bugs and bad weather with a 3-season porch. Serving your neighbors for over 30 years, superior products, superior installation, at prices lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements, prompt free estimates.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on Estate fertilizer, like $10 off all new Estate Premium 4-in-1 lawn treatment with 4 benefits: crabgrass prevention and contact killer, broadleaf weed control, and lawn fertilizer, all in one application. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. It all started with steel chainsaws 55 years ago. Wood Sales is now one of the largest family-owned and operated outdoor power equipment dealers in the Coulee region. We feature a large selection of products and services. Find Steel, Cub Cadet, Altos, Rambo e-bikes, Coyote tractors and implements, Valley forestry equipment, Central wood boilers, Green Mountain pellet grills. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family-owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
By Goffin Rohde, we've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. By Goffin Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your morning medical news, health officials in Texas and the CDC are monitoring a second case of bird flu. Authorities say the infected person worked on a farm in Texas and had direct contact with a dairy cow. The person tested positive last week. Their only symptom was an eye infection, and they're now getting treated for that with a generic version of Tamiflu. Texas health officials, meanwhile, still investigating the case. Today is World Autism Day. Experts are trying to raise awareness that autism in young girls is often overlooked. Michael George spoke with a family about their struggle to get a diagnosis.
16-year-old Cozy says when she was in 6th grade, she struggled in school and battled anxiety, and neither she nor her mother Lisa knew why.
It can be really hard to go through these struggles that make you different from a lot of other people without a reason.
Cozy was eventually diagnosed with autism.
It really happened after 3 years or so of trying to figure out why some things in school were hard for her, why she was struggling.
Dr. Cynthia Martin is Senior Director of the Autism Center at the Child Mind Institute. She says autism is often overlooked in young girls and even misdiagnosed.
We see higher rates of diagnoses of anxiety or depression, and the autism really gets missed.
Dr. Martin says the reasons why can vary. Sometimes girls may not fit the criteria of autism, and girls tend to be better able to mask symptoms by mimicking friends' behaviors. But getting an accurate diagnosis can be life-changing.
Knowing that that's coming from a neurodevelopmental disorder can really help them to better understand themselves and better navigate the world and advocate for what they need.
While autism is more common in boys, it's important for parents and clinicians to pay attention to the signs in girls. If a diagnosis is missed, a young person could miss out on the support they need or develop other behavioral problems. Cozy says her diagnosis, along with therapy and medication, have helped, and she's encouraging other girls who are struggling to speak up.
Sometimes you can know yourself better than anyone else, and you can be going through something and nobody else will know, and if you don't talk about it and try to find those answers, then you won't.
And finding answers can make a world of difference.
Experts say if your child is struggling to understand social rules or having trouble navigating conflicts with friends, an autism evaluation may be warranted. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 13 boys will become victims of child abuse. That's according to the Family and Children's Center of La Crosse. FCC now hoping to bring awareness during this Child Abuse Prevention Month. Yesterday, staff and area children placed these blue silhouettes of children on all properties of FCC. The organization's president says the public can help fight child abuse in several ways. First and foremost, if you see something, say something. Reporting suspected abuse can reduce a child's current suffering as well as prevent future harm. Changing the stigma behind parental pressures can also have a dramatic impact.
Certainly changing social norms about how we look at parenting and reducing the shame that some parents feel when they're feeling like inadequate parents. So we can reduce that so it'll allow them to get more help that they need.
UTIC says supporting economic and educational programs for parents facing hardships can bring stability to their parenting skills. If you need more information on services and programs FCC offers, you can head to fcconline.org. As La Crosse voters head to the polls now, in less than an hour, they'll be faced with an unusual conundrum. Only 2 names on the ballot for 3 open seats on the La Crosse School Board. Now, voters are left with a tough decision of their own, how to fill 3 vacant seats with 2 names and blank lines. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains the intricacies of write-in voting and how neither registered candidate could come out ahead when the polls close tonight.
This time last year, La Crosse voters had the opposite problem. Originally 9 registered candidates vying for 4 open seats, motivated after the district's plan to consolidate Logan and Central High Schools flopped with voters. After a crowded field last year, many were shocked at the low level of interest this year. But that didn't last for long.
The reason I ran for school board, there was some things lacking in the La Crosse School District in terms of transparency.
When the deadline to file came and went this January, only 2 candidates qualified to have their names on the ballot for La Crosse's school board. La Crosse beverage brand manager Tim Alberts and 18-year-old Central High School student Adam Menka.
I was very surprised to see there was a lack of candidates. I was fully expecting this full pool.
For weeks, it looked certain each candidate had secured his spot on the board. Then something strange happened. One by one, 7 new candidates came out of the woodwork, each spurred on by the district's consolidation plan and hopeful you'll write their name on that blank line Tuesday.
We've had contests before at federal level where there's been a number of registered write-ins, but for a local contest, I would say this is the first in quite a while.
Now it's anybody's guess who will come out on top when the election night dust finally settles. Just because Menka and Alberts are the only official names on the ballot doesn't mean they're guaranteed their spots on the school board. With write-in candidates outnumbering them and actively campaigning for your vote, it's possible they could win all 3 seats.
The election workers will have to page through each of the ballots, pull out any ballot that has a written name, and will have to tally those separately on a tally sheet.
And every name, from Donald Duck to Donald Trump, will be counted, promising a long night for election workers.
They have to tally both registered and those that are not. So it will take a little longer time.
And the results aren't official until they've canvassed. The school board canvass is set for April 9th, a week after Election Day. And if that wasn't complicated enough, there's another twist. The tally sheets the city gives the district will have write-ins recorded exactly as they're written.
So maybe there's a misspelled name. It's going to be up to the canvass to determine whether that misspelled name was it the intent of maybe a registered write-in candidate. It's going to be up to that canvass to make those determinations.
Meaning the canvassers will decide whether the runner gets the error. Regardless of what happens, one thing's for certain. At least one write-in candidate will claim a school board seat, and it will be a week before we know for sure who that will be. If you want to learn more about the 7 write-in candidates, we have extended interviews with them posted on the elections page of our website, news8000.com.
If you haven't registered to vote yet, don't worry. You can register in person at your polling place and vote right after that. All you need is a valid Wisconsin ID. If the address on your ID doesn't match your current address, you'll also need to bring proof of residence, like a recent utility bill or apartment lease. Time now is 6:37. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl to tell us what to expect for our morning commute. Good idea to get the winter gear out, right, Bill?
Yeah, today's shaping up to be very similar to what we saw yesterday. Some snow showers at times, kind of a rain-snow mix at times as well, depending on your location and your elevation as well. Live look through CityCam will show wet streets, sidewalks, and parking lots due to some rain and snow. Same with the I-90 corridor. But again, watch for some slick spots. That's in my drive cast, as we'll see those snow showers or a rain-snow mix at times today. Again, roads mainly wet, but there could be some slick spots in any snow showers that develop, especially if they're more persistent and heavier. Now you can see that precipitation really filling back in after much of the overnight was dry, and kind of a mixed bag around La Crosse, and then some bands of snow showers kind of between La Crosse and up towards the Twin Cities and St. Cloud. Temperatures ranging from 32 in Viroqua and Decorah to 38 in Eau Claire and Boscobel. We're at 35 in La Crosse, and temperatures aren't going to move much, right around 37 for a high, with those snow showers or rain-snow mix, blustery breeze as well. More snow tonight and tomorrow. I'll have the details of my 8-day forecast on the other side of the break. Back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. We've got Bryce turning 8 years old. He loves playing sports and video games and likes to hang out with his friends and family. And take a look at that gator. You're very brave, Bryce. Happy birthday. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button right there on the Home tab. Stay with us. We're back with a special guest in studio after this.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it is showing some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
Where there's a flooded basement, there's a solution. Where there are wet spots or musty smells, there's an answer. Where wood damage or dry rot is stealing home value, there's an expert. American Waterworks. For wet basements, wood damage, and effects of dry rot, American Waterworks professional crack repair, waterproofing, sump pumps, and vapor barriers provide long-lasting solutions to tough problems. Wherever moisture problems surface, there's an answer. American Waterworks. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
It's about passion. It's about achievement. It's about hands-on. It's in our history. It's in our present and future. It's time to explore what Chippewa Valley Technical College is all about. Find us online at cvtc.edu to see what's in it for you.
Hey, welcome back and a good Tuesday morning to all of you at 6:41. Now, we just wrapped up the month of March. Before we get to the forecast, let's check that. And it was warmer and a bit drier than average. Average temperature 39.9, that's 4.1 degrees above average. Tied us for the 14th warmest March on record in La Crosse. And it was also the 8th straight month with warmer than average temperatures out at the La Crosse Airport. Now, precipitation 1.86 inches, that's about 0.2 below average. By the way, 8 of the last 10 months have been drier than average, probably no surprise. That's why we've had the drought conditions as of late. Snowfall, 6.4 inches, that's about an inch below average. All right, let's get to the current conditions, and it's another wet morning. We've got some snow and some rain. Very similar day to yesterday is what's shaping up. 35 degrees out at the airport and downtown. Winds out of the north at 8, making it feel like 29. 38 for you folks in Eau Claire with a wind chill factor of 33. So some warmer air over the Ohio Valley where they've seen some severe weather, some very heavy rainfall as well. But we're on the wintry side of that boundary with temperatures in the 30s, ranging from 32 in Decorah and Viroqua to 38 in Eau Claire and Boscobel. Winds out of the northeast 5 to 15, could gust 20 to 25 miles per hour today, and in the meantime, that's pushing wind chills into the 20s in many spots. So we got a break from the precip overnight, but that rain and snow has filled back in, and you can see kind of a mixed bag of color around La Crosse, indicating the rain, snow, and mix, and then general snow showers as you head back to the north and west up towards and north and west of the Twin Cities. Kind of a squeeze play. We've got one boundary moving in from the northwest, but the main player is this low over northern Missouri. It's going to track into the central Great Lakes and kind of stall and even retrograde back to the west, and that's going to send more moisture into our cold air with some more snow showers tonight and tomorrow. So today, snow showers or a rain-snow mix at times. And then as that low shifts into the central Great Lakes, notice how the blue kind of expands back into Wisconsin in the form of periods of snow tonight and into tomorrow morning especially, but still some snow showers scattered about throughout the day before they start to taper as we head into tomorrow night. Now, believe it or not, a winter weather advisory has been posted for parts of the Viewing area. It includes Clark, Jackson, Monroe, Vernon, Richland counties, and to the east, Juneau and Adams. Those purple shaded areas have the best chance of seeing 2 to 6 inches of snowfall tonight and tomorrow morning. Probably about a trace to an inch or two, maybe 3 inches elsewhere, and elevation will likely come into play as well. And very windy tonight and tomorrow. We could see wind gusts tomorrow 40 to 45 plus miles per hour. Now, zone forecast showing high temperatures today, not all that high, right around 37 in La Crosse. In fact, all 65 of our communities here will see highs between about 34 and 39 degrees. So not much different from where we sit right now, and well short of our average high of 54 degrees. So my forecast for today: cloudy, breezy, and cold. Those snow showers or a rain-snow mix at times. Tonight, 32, cloudy with increasing winds and periods of snow. So an alert day for tonight and tomorrow due to travel issues with the snow showers and the wind. 37 tomorrow, 44 still breezy on Thursday but dry. 50s return Friday through the weekend. Chance of showers Sunday afternoon and night, 54. Also a chance of showers on Monday. That may impact the viewing of the solar eclipse. We'll keep an eye on that. And then milder low to mid 60s for highs next Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's the good news about snow systems in April. The snow doesn't stick around long, and temperatures tend to warm up pretty quickly. I'm going to toss it back to Alexander. She's got a special guest in studio this morning.
Thank you, Bill. Get ready for a magical and whimsical adventure as the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse Department of Theater and Dance presents James and the Giant Peach, a delightful musical based, of course, on Roald Dahl's beloved book. We're joined this morning by the director of the play and a cast member. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So let's just start with the basics, when these showings will be and then how people can get tickets.
Well, first and foremost, we run this weekend, opening on Friday, and next weekend. Okay. And the best way to get tickets is go on to the UWL website, go to the theater page, and you can purchase your tickets in advance there.
And do people have to buy them in advance, or can they buy them at the box office?
You can buy them at the box office. We highly recommend people buy them in advance, especially right now where the parking lot directly across from the Fine Arts Center is no longer because they started the construction project this week. So get them in advance to ease the stress of attendance.
Yes, for sure. And we've got some information up on the screen now. Ticket prices and stuff like that. So who are you playing in the play? Tell us about your character.
I play James. So I'm a 7-year-old orphan boy who lives with his 2 aunts and tries to get some magic, and he ends up growing this giant peach, and inside are 5 gigantic bugs as well that kind of take him in as their family, and they go on this adventure all the way to New York City. And it's just full of love, and it's such a wholesome, sweet, and like really funny show.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a fun character to play. Fun to revisit, I'm sure too. It's been a long time since a lot of us have read James and the Giant Peach. Okay, that's great. So what inspired you to bring this show to the school?
We were looking for, this year, a musical that also was family friendly. And James and Giant Peach is a classic story. Students still study it in school. I grew up reading it. Yeah. Most of our faculty grew up with it. So it felt like the right time and the right place to bring that story. What I love about the work of Roald Dahl is there's always a little bit of darkness to it. And so that adds an element of danger and fun to the story as well.
Yeah, so keeping on that topic, how do you think this musical adaptation, captures the essence of Roald Dahl's original story?
I think it adds like this level of realness where it's like, life isn't this like picture perfect fairy tale, and you can see that through each and every character in this show, not just James, but through each insect as, you go into their backstory of how they got into this peach, and, the 2 aunts and like his parents, and like, I just think it just adds a sense of realness where it's like not everything's perfect, but like it's okay, and
Yeah.
like things are still good, and like there's still good in the world.
Important lesson to learn there. What has been your favorite part about playing James?
Probably learning the mannerisms of a 7-year-old boy. As you know, I grew up, I was like a tomboy. I was a big bug kid, so it was really fun to kind of like revisit that part of me as a child, but also like get in the mindset of like a little boy and what would a little boy do in these scenarios. And I think it's really important as an actor to kind of learn how to play many different characters and also be able to tap into parts of me that like maybe I didn't experience, but like how I can learn from them and grow as a performer.
I can imagine. Very fun role to play. So why would you guys encourage the community to come out and check this show out?
Because it's a wonderful piece of theater. It's a great night of entertainment. Again, you're going to walk out the door feeling like you learned something, you experienced something. You went on a journey with James. James and the Giant Peach is like the perfect encapsulation of that hero's journey, of going into that, fantastical world and going on all these adventures to learn about yourself, learn about others, and find the strength to move forward in life. So, great evening of theater, a lot of fun songs, but also worthwhile from a mental and emotional standpoint.
Okay, sounds like it. And then where can people go to learn more information about tickets and all that? What's that website again?
You can go to www.uwlax.edu.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you both so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We're back after this.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? I'll bet you did. We're going to break down her amazing performance against Angel Reese and LSU. As both the women's and the men's Final Four, they are all set. And the tax deadline, the clock is ticking, is fast approaching. If you still haven't filed, don't worry about it. Jill Schlesinger is here. She's going to share some last-minute filing tips just for you. And remember that shocking BBC interview with Prince Andrew, where he spoke about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Well, there is a new movie all about this and how the interview came to be. We're going to talk with one of the stars and the woman, there she is, who was the real-life inspiration for the film. We'll see you 7 o'clock on the dot.
At Ashley Spring Semi-Annual Sale, you can spring into savings with Hot Buys $7.99 and under. Plus, shop our Spring Sofa Sale with 0% interest until April 2029 on in-store purchases. Hurry in and meet the all-new Ashley today.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pet pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant, classic, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
Order the triple pep today.
Luther High School is a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each student. We recognize the future needs of all students, whether it's a four-year college, trades, or a trade school. Our on-site industrial arts program offers advanced welding, advanced woodworking programs, and our Industry 4.0 classes allow stackable credits at technical colleges throughout Wisconsin. Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life. Schedule your tour today. Go to lutherhigh.org.
How you feel can be affected by the bacteria in your gut. Try New Align Probiotic Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion. It contains a probiotic to help relieve occasional bloating, plus vitamin B12 to aid digestion. Try Align Probiotic.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
We do things a little differently here at Maury's Auto Group. And happening right now, Maury's Spring Savings. When you trade in a vehicle, you'll get a $750 trade-in assist. Also, you'll get Maury's Promise. We will always offer you our best price first. Up front, pure and simple, no haggling necessary. And our product specialists are commission-free and information-rich to better serve you. Come visit us at Maury's during the Spring Savings event for our trade-in assist and complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty special. Maury's, moving life forward.
Meet the all-new Ashley. Discover new styles in remodeled stores, offering everything you need to create inspired spaces. From our store to your door. The new Ashley. It's the love of home.
Trust the First Horn Weather Team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
We have people, into their 70s in our classes right now.
Friday on News 8 Now This Morning, we take an up-close look at the Mellow Martial Arts class and find out why it's more than just self-defense.
You're not too old to do what you love.
The place to save big money on all your home improvement needs.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
Welcome back at 6:53, time for your morning news now. A Coon Valley man arrested on drug charges will spend 11.5 years in federal prison and 5 years on supervised release. That sentencing was handed down yesterday. In June, 33-year-old Stanley Holt was charged with maintaining a drug house and conspiring to distribute methamphetamine and fentanyl. During their investigation, police say they found more than 5 pounds of meth and 31.3 grams of fentanyl. The state's charges were eventually dropped after Holt was indicted in federal court in August. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 13 boys will become victims of child abuse. That's according to the Family and Children's Center of La Crosse. FCC now helping to bring awareness during this Child Abuse Prevention Month. Yesterday, staff and area children placed these blue silhouettes of children on all properties of FCC. The organization's president says the public can help fight child abuse in several ways. First and foremost, if you see something, say something. Reporting suspected abuse can reduce a child's current suffering and prevent future harm. Changing the stigma behind parental pressures can also have a dramatic impact.
Certainly changing social norms about how we look at parenting and reducing the shame that some parents feel when they're feeling like inadequate parents. So we can reduce that so it'll allow them to get more help that they need.
UTIC says supporting economic and educational programs for parents facing hardships can bring stability to their parenting skills. For more information on services and programs FCC offers, you can head to fcconline.org. We have that link for you on our digital platforms.
Well, we saw a break from the precipitation overnight, but now snow showers and a rain-snow mix back into the area. In fact, most areas seeing that activity now. Temperatures generally in the 32 to 38 degree range, and they're not going to move much today. Highs in La Crosse around 37 with those snow showers or a rain-snow mix. Blustery breeze as well. Tonight into tomorrow morning, a winter weather advisory. Eastern portions of Unary, those purple shaded counties, could see anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snow. A trace to an inch or two, maybe 3 inches elsewhere. Elevation may come into play as well, a little bit more on the higher terrain. Windy also tonight and tomorrow. So an alert night tonight, alert day tomorrow, 37. Dry but breezy Thursday, 44. 50s return Friday and for the weekend.
Thank you, Bill. A milestone in the effort to create limitless clean energy. Scientists in South Korea reaching a new world record during a nuclear fusion experiment. Using a research device called an artificial sun, scientists were able to sustain temperatures of over 100 million degrees Celsius for 48 seconds. That is 7 times hotter than the sun's core. Scientists say it's an important step forward for energy technology. By 2026, they hope to be able to maintain the same temperature for 300 seconds. Well, thanks so much for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Have a great day.